What do gold bars, foreign cars, and gun control all have in common? Well, a certain New Jersey senator has the answer. Hi, I'm Ben, and you're watching the Minuteman Moment. Before we get into the episode, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so we can beat YouTube's algorithm together. On September 22nd, the Justice Department in the Southern District of New York charged New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez with corruption charges, including honest services fraud and conspiracy to commit extortion under color of official right. Now that's a fancy legal way of saying that the senator accepted bribes. According to the indictment, Menendez and his wife were engaged in a corrupt relationship with 3 New Jersey businessmen to protect and enrich themselves and benefit the government of Egypt. During searches of Menendez's New Jersey home, the FBI found close to $500,000 in cash, 2 1-kilogram gold bars, and 11 1-ounce gold bars along with other gifts. Now this isn't the first time that Senator Menendez has been charged criminally. In 2015, the DOJ indicted Menendez on charges of bribery, fraud, and making false statements. The jury could not reach a verdict, and the case was declared a mistrial. Since the announcement of this indictment, a large number of Senate Democrats have called on Menendez for his resignation, including co-senator and fellow anti-gun activist Cory Booker. In a bizarre statement during Menendez's press conference following the indictment, he mentioned how he has stood up to the so-called evil firearm lobby over the course of his Senate career.
They are here because since my earliest days in Congress, I have repeatedly stood up to the gun lobby to stop illegal firearms from claiming too many lives and destroying communities.
And in case you didn't hear him the first time, he repeated himself in Spanish.
Están aquí porque desde los primeros días en el Congreso he enfrentado repetidamente al lobby de las armas para impedir que las armas de fuegos ilegales cubrieran demasiadas vidas y destruyeran comunidades.
It's true that Bob Goldbar Menendez has been a tool of the billionaires that fund the anti-gun lobby. Honestly makes sense considering the charges against him that he'd be acting to protect his wealthy donors' interests. This year, he introduced the Keep Americans Safe Act, a standard capacity magazine ban. Maybe he'd be more interested in these magazines instead. All jokes aside, gun control is certainly a scapegoat issue for politicians looking to distract from their failures or their ineptitude. Joe Biden is a perfect example of this. With all of his pushes for gun control, he's failed many other times with his other priorities, which affect average, everyday Americans. Just look at college tuition reimbursement, the rising inflation, the high price of gas, and the cost of everyday items. The push for gun control is a play to appease the billionaires that consider gun control to be their top priority. It's a fact that the issue of gun control doesn't even make it into the top 10 issues for the average American. Shady senators like Bob Menendez work to distract from his own bad behavior by restricting your rights. Gun Owners of America works every day in Congress to prevent this from happening. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also check out our new podcast, State of the Second with Kaylee and John.
Welcome to Gun Owners of America's State of the Second podcast. I'm your host, Kaylee.
And John, and this is where we talk about the 2A community, the gun industry, and how it affects you.
So this is the very first podcast that GOA has done that is an interview style podcast. So this is super exciting for us.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we have a ton of cool companies coming on.
Yeah, we had Century Arms on. We had EOTech, Mechanic.